Kia ora and welcome to the fourth lesson on polyatomic ions for the words of chemistry in the Chemistry in 48 Hours series. So if we're looking at ions, we need to revise the term. An ion is an atom or group of atoms that has a positive or negative charge. You've looked at simple ions, and now we're looking at polyatomic ions where we have a group of atoms. So for instance, ammonium, NH4+, it has one nitrogen atom for every 4 hydrogen atoms in the group, an overall charge of +1. Nitrate has 1 nitrogen atom and 3 oxygen atoms with an overall charge of -1. Now, you need to know these polyatomic ions if you're in NCA level 1. You can simplify them or make it easier to learn by thinking of A2d donut for all those containing oxygen, carbonate, CO3, sulfate, and so on. You might wonder why hydroxide isn't hydrate, because hydrate is actually used for water in chemistry, so it's given the name hydroxide instead. So pause the video and see if you can write the names for the following ions. Here are the answers, and I hope you got them all right. Notice the difference between sulfide and sulfate. Now these are the ions, polyatomic ions you need to know for NCA level 2 and 3. There are actually more than these, so let's have a few tips to see to learn them. One way of remembering all the 8 ions is think of school chef cook's next pancake, where the number of constants in each word gives the number of oxygen atoms and the number of vowels gives the charge. So for instance, school starts with an S, so that's sulfate. So for sulfur, there are 4 consonants, so it's 4 oxygen atoms and 2 vowels in school, so the charge is -2. Notice that the ite has always got one fewer oxygen, so sulfate is SO4 2-, sulfite is SO3 2-. The charge stays the same. The other tip is, because hydrogen is in group 1, it adds on like a +1 charge, which means that the charge will drop by 1 when you go from, like for instance, phosphate going to hydrogen phosphate, where we've added a hydrogen to the phosphate. And you can see the same for carbonate and hydrogen carbonate and sulfate and hydrogen sulfate. So let's pause the video and practice and see if you can first write the formula for the ion, then hide the names, and then write the name again. Here are the answers, and I hope you got them all right. And remove the names. Can you work out the name again? There they are. So keep practicing until you know them. So here's some more. Pause the video while you practice and match the formula to their names. Here are the answers. And I hope you got them all right. Finally, time for tips. So make dice, either using the formulae or the names. They're actually quite useful, particularly when you want to write formulae. You can have a game, roll the dice, and have one for cations, one for anions, and see if you can know all of them. And you can roll cations and anions together and see if you can work out the formulae, which you'll do in the next lesson. Goodbye, and see you in the next lesson. Oh, I forgot the joke, so I hope you get that one. Bye.